All right, I am live. Yay. All right, this short video I am going to discuss, and I have to look at my notes. How to buy the best essential oils on the market is what I'm going to be talking about. Recently, I sent some oils out to somebody, and if you are the person I sent them to, you know who you are. And she told me about another company that she's bought oils from and she really likes. And so we were discussing this. And then I've also had recently another friend who purchased them online on Amazon. I want to just tell you, I did a video about why you don't want to purchase them on Amazon. And then I'm going to talk about, there's a whole bunch of different essential oil companies. And we're going to talk about like the 5 things. And this is going to be just part 1. So we're going to talk about just a few things of what you're going to want to look for when it comes to an essential oil and purchasing one. Because like they're being sold everywhere now. I think like Walgreens, Walmart, Target, all because it's become this big, everyone's talking about type of thing. That it's predicted in just a couple years that the essential oil companies will be a $11 billion company. That's $11 billion. So that's pretty significant. And there are some things when it comes to buying essential oils, if you're going to be using them, you're going to want to get quality matters. Quality is the key, one of the huge keys. The other thing that we want to look at, that there's all this different talk about, like DoTERRA has theirs, because I'm with DoTERRA, I'm not going to lie. And they're all about certified pure therapeutic grade. Well, that's their standard. Every single company has their own standard. I was just looking up Nature's Sunshine. They have their own standards. And all these different companies have their own standards and their own testing, supposedly. But they all, and like Young Living, they have their, supposedly their own farms all over the place. Some of their own farms. But everyone actually does go through different farmers when sourcing and getting in essential oils. So let's talk about that. The big thing that is happening with the essential oils is a lot of them saying that they're 100% pure in the bottle. And I think about my my dad's story when my stepmom purchased an oil before using DoTerra's, and wanted to learn all about this oil and wanted to take it orally, and they took it orally, and because the additives that were in that essential oil, vomited so bad. So according to the FDA, for this an essential oils in the supplement factory, so when it comes to any supplement you're getting, this is the bad part of it all, it's only 5% of whatever they're selling has to be in there. 5%, people. That's nothing to label pure. And then the same standards when it comes to food. Yeah, the organic doesn't mean it's pure either. And doesn't mean it works about the quality. And so, for instance, lemons are grown here in Florida. So are oranges. Why I love DoTerra is that the best chemistry, the best chemical components of that oil, of theirs, they found those in Italy. So they source it in there. And so sourcing matters. Where they grow, the soil matters. Beyond organic, beyond all that stuff. And then another great thing, if you're on Facebook, you can look up Dr. Pompous. He has an essential oil university where he talks about chemistry. He does a lot of testing on oils, and he is really great about showing all the different companies that have said that it's pure, or said it has this in the bottle when there's not that in the bottle whatsoever. And so he's great about telling you, because he is a chemist, about really how horrible some of the oils that they say that they are, but they aren't. And he has some incredible articles. If you look up Dr. Pompous, Essential Oil University, Essential Oil University. So that is another thing when it comes to looking. Also, is there a company that actually third-party tests. The only company that I know who third-party tests, sends it to a whole other lab, not their own lab, and tests it, is doTERRA. And the cool thing about doTERRA is, let me grab one of my oils. I have always one on the table, is they have a website called Source to You. I will link it below. And you'll get a lot number on the bottom of your oil. Like I have on a whole bunch of these oils that are right behind me. There's another one, the word lot number. That's a blend, so it's a little bit harder, but an individual oil is much easier, so that you have a lot number on the individual oil. Okay, a lot number. I'm looking at two things because I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on Facebook at the same time. And you can go track that lot number and see all that testing done on that, which is really, 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 really cool. There is no other person and no other company that I know of that is doing that. So that's crucial to when you're wanting to use an essential oil, that you can go and track the lot number. A little side note history. Why doTERRA exists and why they carry these standards above everybody else is because the owners, they said, and they did leave another essential oil company years before and said, what if we could put an essential oil out that was the best and purest? And so they don't own as many oils as some other people, but they said, we're going to keep these standards that other people don't have. And so that matters. The other thing I just want to jump on real quick here about is just recently, well, as it's going to grow, like I talked about earlier, it's supposed to go to an $11 billion industry. So harvesting these essential oils and getting these essential oils from where they're indigenously grown matters. Because if you're just going to want to grow a whole bunch of oregano and then make your own oregano, you're not going to get the same thing if wherever it's best grown. So I have trees here and I have the orange here, and I want to get the orange out of the rind here or whatever in Florida. I'm not going to get the same as an orange grown in where they have it. I can't even think the country where they source this. You know, it's not going to be the same chemistry wise. So that matters. And then the mass producing of these essential oils are an issue at hand that we have to think about when it comes to having enough. doTERRA is really, really conscious about that they won't, they will care more about the quality than quantity. So if they're out of a certain thing, they're out of a certain thing, because quality matters higher on standard than quantity, which is really, really, really cool. The other really cool thing is there was a video I recently just watched with Emily Wright, one of the owners, and they were at one of the places where they send their oils off to be tested, because just recently, it just happened in 2016, there was an over-harvesting of frankincense with the Boswellian trees. And then when that happens, you can actually destroy the tree. And we don't want to destroy the tree. That will mess up all of things. We won't get our frankincense, for one. And the other, it's not good practice. And so instead of, just like another company just recently got in trouble with the Lacey Act, if I'm saying that correctly, for for the way that they are bringing in a couple of different oils into the U.S. There was another direct selling company that just got in trouble. They said, no, we're going to go jump ahead of this when it comes to the frankincense, and they hired their own scientists to go out there and work with the people that are harvesting it to make sure they're being harvested correctly. And they also taking out the middleman. When it comes to getting an essential oil, there are these brokers, and everyone's getting these oils from these brokers. But the brokers sometimes aren't giving fair wages to the harvesters. And doTERRA kind of took out the broker and wants to work with the work with the harvesters completely and the farmers. and they're working to be 100% exclusive to the farmers, but they're not there yet, but they're working on that. So anyways, I'm just going to wrap that up with, those are just a few key points. I'll just review about when it comes to buying essential oil. Third-party testing. Who has third-party testing? And is it being indoctrinated? I mean, if you're buying something from a store, you're not going to get any good quality. It's not even safe halfway with what's in there. So, you know, go research Dr. Pompous and Essential Oil University. There's some articles maybe I'll post if you guys want. The link, I will put that in here. Quality matters higher than quantity. And then harvesting. And then I will go into part 2 in a few moments.